Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is Pat, also known as PatTheGamer, and in this video, we're gonna be doing a live commentary, which I know sounds like something that you would do back in 2010, but I figured I'd relive doing something like this, and it's mainly because of the fact I feel like a lot of people don't do stuff like this, and it's mainly because it's considered old. But I think it's really good to live back on a very nostalgic game called Modern Warfare 3. We're here playing some Spec Ops and reliving some moments and talking about this very wonderful game. So I tried to pick up the shotgun here. Shot him right in the face. Nope. Okay. Ran out of ammo. So yeah, we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare 3 and basically reliving some nostalgia, talk about some times when this game was great and everything, and I'm going to share a little bit about myself with, when this game came out, and talk about, my whole, a little bit of my life and stuff when this game came out. But it's basically going to be about Modern Warfare 3 when the game came out, a little bit about my life and the community that's been wrapped around it, and how it's, basically what Modern Warfare 3, what Modern Warfare 3 did to the Call of Duty community, and how it blossomed, especially with YouTube and stuff. But pretty much, like I said, I want to get into just the game itself. So Modern Warfare 3 came out in 2011, and at the time being, I was in high school, and I didn't really get the game at the time being. And that's all I'm going to say about myself for the most part. However, with this game coming out, I remember this game offered a lot of cool stuff compared to Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2, where there were community playlists. There was eventually 1v1 playlists that came in with DLCs. This game was very notorious for the amount of DLCs it offered. They offered quite a bit, and it was one of the reasons why this game sold a lot. This game was definitely one of the number one sellers up until Modern Warfare 2019, I believe, which, coming from a lot of sources, it is claimed that overtook Modern Warfare 3 sales, just by a little bit though, and that's mainly because of Warzone. A lot of people bought Modern Warfare 2019 because of Warzone. But that's besides the point, because we're back in 2011 where this game just came out, and there's, Spec Ops, which is what I'm playing right now. You got campaign, and you have the multiplayer, which, like I was saying, there's a bunch of community playlists where you can play Infected, which is a really fun game. I remember getting invited to a lot of private match Infected lobbies where people would just mess around with their friends and mess around with random people, and it wasn't really just messing around with people. It was really just everybody surviving in a private match Infected. And this was really insane. People would be joining these crazy, and people would be inviting. Oh my god. I remember getting so many invites to these lobbies. And it was after one of them that I joined, and I just every day after school would join these fucking private matches and just mess around and play Infected with people, and they would give us oh my god, they'd give us MP5, MSR. It would be insane. We'd have to try and survive, and it was so fun. It was so fun to play it, even Spec Ops, just to goof around and have some casual fun. And this was what was really great about Modern Warfare 3, is the fact that I had casual, a lot of casualness to the game. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, just to bring a little bit of realism into what where we're at now, I feel like the Call of Duties now just really lack this, and it's so true. Even though people don't want to say, and they're oh yeah, I want to try hard on the game and stuff, which I hope that's not what they're saying. From what I'm reading from the community, is a lot of people are not really wanting to try hard the game anymore. They just want to play it for the casual fun, the feel of the game, have some great moments, great times with their buddies. They don't want everything to be perfect in the game. I hope not, because that's gonna cause the game to be shit. But regardless, Modern Warfare 3, as I recall, was pretty popular. I remember going to school, kids would be yo, you gotta get Modern Warfare 3. And at the time being, I had a console, and realistically, I had PS2. But then eventually I had Xbox 360, and this was around 2009. I graduated elementary school and got an Xbox 360 with GTA 4. And, yeah, so therefore I upgraded from my PS2 and my collection of, I think it was like 30, 40 games I had. I had a lot of games and a lot of GTA games as well. No Call of Duty though. So Modern Warfare 3 technically was one of the games that really got me into Call of Duty. I did play some Black Ops. I did play some Modern Warfare 2 at my friends' houses and my cousins. I'd play, Call of Duty there. And I mean, it was fun. It was alright. But once I got my Xbox 360, I really wasn't too into it because I was on the PC for the most part. Just having fun and messing around. And just meeting new people and customizing websites at like 13, 14 years old. And making graphics for people at 13, 14 years old and getting shoutouts because of it. And mainly not really getting shoutouts, but just making it for people and trying to get along with people for the most part. And the internet was definitely weird back then, but to say it isn't now is understatement because it still is weird. It's just way more populated and saturated. But that's what happened with Modern Warfare 3. For some reason, Modern Warfare 3 was so impacting with the community. A lot of people enjoyed it. It was good for casuals, good for hardcore like people that wanted to go off and get feed like that, like go boom bam bam, like FaZe Clan stuff, which is gonna bring me to the community here in a minute of Modern Warfare 3. But I do want to go over a little bit of my life. So basically, when Modern Warfare 3 did come out, I didn't play it till like a year later, and when I did get it, it was in December of 2011. I didn't have Xbox Live at the time being. I didn't really go on the console much, but eventually with my curiosity of playing Call of Duty, even more now that I have a Call of Duty game because people persuaded me into getting it for Christmas, and I did. And meeting people in high school that were like, yo, Call of Duty's great, Call of Duty this and that, and it kind of persuaded me into, getting Xbox Live and play with them and just having a blast playing this game. It really brought like a lot of, fun arguments, which got me into, doing the stuff that I did on my, I do, or I won't really say I do any of it, trolling and funny moments. Such a bypass thing at this point. It's over. It's kind of done in my opinion. Not to say that nobody can't do it and still pull it off, but, it was fun when I did it at the time being and tried it. Bam. Boom. Ran out of bullets. But pretty much, me and my friends would mess around with each other and piss each other off, and we'd have like these arguments, which was really, they were the most like strangest and disturbing arguments I'd ever listened to my entire life. I'd get screamed at every night by my parents to get the fuck off because I'm screaming too loud, and my friends are being piss pot little crybabies and bitching about dumb shit and trying to get me in trouble because I'm yelling at them because they're trying to start arguments with me. But besides with all that jazz about my life with Modern Warfare 3 being involved with it, and how Modern Warfare 3, I should say, revolved around my life at the time being. Besides all the arguments, all the fun playing Modern Warfare 3 Infected Pride matches and online and multiplayer and all that jazz, and playing the campaign and beating it like 3 times in a row, and then on Valorant beating it as well. Not to mention playing a bunch of Spec Ops and just having blast with that, like I'm having fun right now. But besides that, the community around this game was just so great. It was moi. I don't know how people really just shunned the shit out of this game down the road like years later, but it really just disturbs the shit out of me that people just they just shit on the game, especially when it has such great sales, for the most part. There's literally a reason why it had so much good sales, and it's because of the DLC, which is one thing that really got a lot of people like FaZe Clan invested into this game, and they kept going. That's one of the people that blew up. I think I watched KR Speedy. I'm sure some of you know who KR Speedy is. If you don't, look him up. The guy had some funny stuff. A lot of funny, ninja defuse, like defusing the bomb in Search and Destroy. Funny moments, playing Modern Warfare 3 and having funny moments, trolling people, Minnesota Burns, watching Burnsy troll some people, especially kids in Modern Warfare 3, and, a lot of people like Optic Scumpy, mainly Optic and FaZe, again, tons and tons of support, tons and tons of views. I remember seeing them on trending and stuff, and it was all because they were invested into playing Call of Duty, and that's what they wanted to do. and they made something out of it, made a huger community out of it. As they kept going, people were invested into this game, and they wanted to be in teams. They wanted to go off and get, whoever was trick shot, feed, funny moments, trolling. It literally was becoming a thing for our very eyes as we headed in later to the peak of Call of Duty, especially the cycle with social media as well. That becoming the big thing back then in 2011, going into 2012. With this game slowly becoming to an end when Black Ops 2 came out and stole the thunder of the game. So yeah, basically that's kind of all I have to say. I'm going to finish off these helicopters right here before they kill me. I remember playing this and getting killed by these a lot of times, especially the dogs. Dogs very pesky little doggies, pesky helicopters. But you know what? It's all fun, man. It's all fun. Look at that no scope. The little 360, little 360 knife right there. You gotta do that for the legitness. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this commentary. I'm gonna name myself to death and end up going into a final stand mode because that's what people did after the game was over with. And people moved on and played Black Ops 2 and forgot that Modern Warfare 3 existed. But anyways, I hope you did enjoy this commentary, ladies and gentlemen, this little live com. If you did, make sure to drop a like on this, comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell for more uploads on this channel. Hope you enjoyed this little live commentary. Thought I'd do this a little something different with the channel here. Let me know if you want more of these. And to say that is like, you'll probably see one of these next year. But I'll try and maybe do some older Call of Duty games as well. Anyways, I'm going to head on out. And I'll see you all at the next one.